Oh my god. Good morning, everyone. I'm tansi.berrie, and I am so tired. But I'm also so happy. Artfight just finished up, and I think that this was one of my best years yet. This was my first time participating as an art YouTuber, so the stakes were a little higher than usual, but I think that I've lived up to the standards that I've set for myself, I suppose. Anyways, now that the event is over, it's time for my artfight recap. I won't be going over any controversies or commentary aspects. I just want to show off my art and y'all's today. In my last video, I very subtly hinted that I would include everyone's attacks towards me in this video, and here we are. But I'm gonna save the best part of the video for last, so we'll be starting out with my own attacks first. Let's get into it, shall we? Before I could even think about starting my attacks, I needed to actually figure out who I'm attacking. I did this by compiling a list made up of mutuals, friends, and followers. I'll be so honest, I wrote down my hit list on a spare piece of paper that I had at work, so I can't really show you, but what I can show you is this. This canvas is what I like to call my thumbnail spread. It's basically a regular old Procreate canvas that I make all the thumbnails in for my attacks. I get some kind of performance anxiety when I have to start a concept in the final piece, because then you guys can see all of my mistakes in 1080 by 1920 glory. To get around this, I thumbnail all of my attacks either on paper at work or here. And then once I'm happy with the concept, I'll measure out the ratio and move it to a new canvas to start the speed paint. It helps out a lot both with my anxiety and also being able to compare composition between pieces to make sure I'm not being too one track with my attacks. Not too much else to say about this, so let's move on to my first attack. This piece is of Amy Hicks, a character belonging to Lady Crypt. She's a college student who loves everything horror that ends up on the bad side of the town slasher. She becomes an eternal final girl, being hunted down and confronting the killer in a never-ending loop. This is where I took my inspiration for the piece. I wanted to make this a scene from this hypothetical story where she's confronting the slasher once again. She's been injured, but she has a meat cleaver hidden at her side, ready to fight back. This was a fun first attack to do because it was for one of my subscribers. Once I posted my artfight prep video, I chose the first 2 people to follow my artfight to attack. Just as kind of a way to thank them for supporting me. Without further ado, here's Amy. I think my favorite parts of this piece are her expression and the little glint of light coming from the cleaver. Next up is this piece of Lori and Rika from Hikari Loves You. She's another subscriber, so I had to make sure I did her lesbians justice. This was also good practice for character interactions, which I did want to get better at. These 2 were super cute, and as I'm in the middle of writing the script, I realized that I've been making stuff up in my head this entire time. When I was making this piece, I knew that Rika was a guitarist, but for some reason I also thought that Lori was a pop star. I genuinely do not know where this came from in my head, but I guess that's my headcanon for your OCs. Hikari, when you watch this, I am so sorry for mischaracterizing them. Please forgive me. Anyways, since I headcanoned them to be both into music, I wanted to have them performing a little duet. I tried a bunch of different ways to make their respective music staffs combine, but I eventually decided on them intertwining into the background. Here's the finished piece. Despite my incredibly last-minute confusion, I'm super happy with how this turned out. My favorite part is how Rika looks up at Lori. I love lesbians. Speaking of lesbians, I am in queer, lesbian, infatuatory love with this next character, Evis. She belongs to Mori Love Bites, a friend of mine, and a frequent flyer in the Penis Central Discord. I had to draw their lovely girl, and in the spirit of experimenting with artfight, I wanted to draw a more suggestive piece. Wait! Guys, oh my gosh, the purity police tried to get me, but don't worry guys, I escaped. Back to what's important. I wanted this piece to be very pastel and pillows and lace and all that good stuff. I don't typically draw big curly hair like this either, so this was good practice. I had a lot of fun with this one, especially with the colors and textures. I tried to integrate the lace and fabric texture into the flat colors, and I think it turned out really cute. The background might be a little lacking, but I'm focused on other things right now. Here's Aphis' finished piece. Next up is a revenge for my IRL, my coworker Oomph L, of their OC Hermenegildo. Now, I don't know how to draw furries, but this is a he-him lesbian maned wolf with a warm color palette we're talking about here. Of course I had to draw him. I also wanted this piece to have some story behind it, like my first one. My original idea was to make something kind of inspired by this piece, where it's the past version of himself holding onto the present him, but that idea was way above my skill level. I pivoted to the version that you see on screen, where he's on a smoke break, looking off into the sunset that is suspiciously reminiscent of his ex-girlfriend Maple. This piece was really, really fun to make. Playing around with the colors and the smoke was so fun, and I'm happy that my first time drawing a furry turned out so well. Plus, I think we can safely say I'm their favorite coworker ever now. Here's their Hermenegildo. Now, if you watched my art fight prep video, this next art fighter might sound similar. This is Trish de Miriano, an OC made by Clever Clove. This is one of my oldest mutuals, so I had to make sure to do my girl justice. The inspiration for this piece was Trish's hacker background combined with the missing texture that you'll find in game engines when the proper image file can't be found. I wanted this to be a reference to her being a model as well, so I tried to make her pose very lofty and high class, showing you the inner lining of her dress like a femme fatale would show you the dagger strapped to her leg. Playing around with the lighting of this one was especially fun since the neon magenta contrasted super well with the dark surroundings. The one thing that I don't love about this one is the dress, because I changed it around a little from her reference outfit, so it kind of looks out of place and a little lackluster, I guess is the best word. No point dwelling on the past though. Here's Trish's finished piece. This piece is another one for an old mutual of mine. Are we beginning to sense a theme here? This piece is of Adel Breyer, a Twisted Wonderland OC made by the lovely Princess Bongwater. Annie, if you're seeing this, hi, how are you? My idea for this piece was to have Adel inside a picture frame with her fingers resting on the bottom, kind of showing her coming out of it, if that makes sense. I don't know, but she was just so pretty I had to draw her. My favorite part, and unfortunately also the hardest part of the piece, was the surrounding frame. Since she is twisted from the Enchanted Rose, I wanted to include roses for the frame, and as for the top of it, I took inspiration from her parasol, since Annie said that that was her favorite part of the design. I was kind of thinking of it as like fabric resting on top of it, and I really like how it came out. Here's Adel's finished piece. Next up, we have a piece for Kumpyeon. I don't actually remember how we became mutuals, but I think it was from something Rhythm Heaven related. I don't know. This piece is ship art of their OCs Noria and Nakawe. When I saw them, I was getting very celestial vibes, I think from Noria's outfit and Nakawe's astral form. For this piece, I wanted them in space, facing each other opposite ways, like in Revolutionary Girl Utena. Except I haven't actually watched that, so I was mainly taking inspiration from Alpine Squib's Ever After High intro. Oopsies! Anyways, I ended up playing around with gradient maps in this piece. I was going for a cool monochromatic color scheme, so I did this through putting the reference images through a black and white filter and color picking from there, then using the gradient map to shift them color-wise while keeping the values the same. I'm really happy with this piece, especially with the thicker lines and shadows and Nakawe's hair surrounding the two of them. Here's them all finished up. Last and certainly least, we have an attack of Rhea and Nero from my mutual Cherry. The reason I say last and least is because I am so not happy with how this turned out. Despite it being the very first piece idea I had, I submitted this piece on the very last day of artfight. I had gotten a stress cold a couple days before because I've been so worried about moving and work and all this other stuff, so the only thing that I had the energy to do was lay around in bed and doom scroll while feeling guilty about not working on this. I tried though, and that's what matters. Oh my gosh. My inspiration from this piece was this attack of Rhea that I did back in 2023 that I wanted to reimagine. She has an association with fishes, so I wanted to have her in an aquarium where you're seeing her from the water side of the tank and it looks like she's holding the fishes up. It didn't really come across well, so for this year, I changed it up a little. The camera's perspective is in the middle of the glass, so we're getting dry land on the left and water on the right, held in by the glass as it wraps around to the left side. I don't really have anything else to say about this piece, mainly because I'm ashamed that I even put this on my page, but whatever. Here's my final piece for this year's art fight. But that's not all for today, you guys. I saved the best for last. I got 30 attacks this year, which means that you guys almost doubled the amount of defenses I have. I don't think my ratio is ever going to recover from this, but who cares? I want to give some of that love back, so I'll be showing off everyone's attacks as well as a sentence or two of my thoughts and thank yous. With that out of the way, I'll be going from earliest attacks to latest, which means that everyone gets their fair share of the spotlight. Let's go take a look. For my very first defense of the year, we have this piece of Nessa by Sunny's Art in the Sky. This was a really amazing first piece to receive, especially since it's so detailed with all the props and everything. This piece is of Tamari by Milky Way. I'm so happy I got a piece of her with her umbrella, and I really love the full body in the upper corner with the butterfly. This next one is of Akane and Akane by Sakura Velour. I love that it's both of our OCs hanging out together. It's really fun to think about how they would interact if they were both canon to Project Sekai. This attack is of Eliana Dessel by XXWLXX. Her natural Eggyo is so refreshing here, and I'm so glad I got an attack of her. This revenge is of Nessa by Lady Crypt. She looks so good in her style, especially her makeup and hair. This piece is of Town Policy by my IRL, Vinka S. She seems to be the fan favorite for this year, and I am so not complaining in the slightest. The shading and rendering on this one is so yummy, oh my goodness. This piece is of, hey, wait a second, that's me! This piece was submitted by Blueberry, and I love this one to bits, especially with the little acai seal in the top corner. We've got another piece of Akane by JD's Middle Finger. I love the pose she's in and the way the line art is colored, oh my gosh. This piece is of Eliana Tavendel by Ella. Ella. The colors for this one are so good, and I absolutely love the way her hair looks. Oh my gosh, I'm so jealous of people who make physical art, because what do you mean you just like made this all in one go? What the hell? This piece is from Elle of my babies, Tamari and Lucian. They look so cute in this one, oh my gosh. Quit looking at each other so lovingly, it's making me emotional. This one is from my old IRL, Elliot of Tamari, my beautiful, studious, nonchalant queen. I love how her hair looks in this one. Going for 3 for 3, we have a piece by my IRL Anthony of Tamari. The silhouette of Sonoseal in the background is so pretty, even if she is more focused on the big-ass book in her lap. For this one, we have a piece of Akane by Project Namka. The rendering in this is so beautiful, especially on her hair and her face. This is the first mass attack of the year I was in by Ketch. It's a new Musume-centric piece referencing the in-game claw machines. Everyone's Uma designs are so cute! This next piece is one of my favorites for the entire year, and for good reason. This is by Lemon Lemonade of my beautiful girl Adeline, my little lammy baby. Oh, my baby. Oh my gosh, and the symbolism. Lemon, how do you feel now that you've killed me? This piece is of a Precitas by Stellar Waffles. Another gorgeous traditional piece that I really love. Just like the effortless posing, the color, the expression on her face. Ugh, too good. This little gummy girl is of Town Policy by Berrie. When I tell you I freaked out when I got this Discord ping, oh my gosh. Jack, you can just take me out back and shoot me in the head at this point. I can die happy now. This piece is of Nessa by Aki6464. The chromatic aberration and noise on this piece looks so good, especially with the way her face is drawn. I love it. This piece is of Darin by Nido Mosquito. I'm so happy that I got a piece of them this year. I'm so glad that this was the piece in question. I love like the monochromatic look and the expression work here. This attack is of Town Policy by Karukshi, and it's animated? Oh my gosh, it's seriously so good. When I got the notif, I was on break at work, and I kid you not, I just sat here like watching it play on loop for 5 minutes straight. She looks so cute, and I'm so happy to have this as an attack. Next up, we have a revenge from Clever Clove of Town Policy, but this time as a My Little Pony character! She looks so silly and I love her cutie mark design! Mi gente Latino or whatever! This piece is of Eliana Tavendell by Melatonina. They did a really great job recreating her outfit and all the little details! This piece is another one of my favorites for the year from Cherry. My girl Akane looks genuinely so good with all the colorful lighting and the little smile on her face. Oh, my daughter, you're so loved. This one is of a Precitas by Gem and Olive Tree. She's so cutie in this one because why is she hitting that shit? Don't outserve all of us, girl. Leave some for me. This piece is of Nayeli by Midnight X. The rendering is seriously so good in this one, especially with the cyan accents. Oh my gosh. This piece is by Matt Funny, who drew my OC, Hoyland, with another OC, Gwendolyn by Kore Arts. This piece is seriously off the charts and looks so amazing! The poses are so dynamic and the color works so well with the theming and their Genshin. Oh my gosh, no, it's so good. This piece is of Summer by Unholy Roman. She looks so good in their style, like just her entire face. Oh my gosh, it's peak, oh my gosh. Next, we've got this piece of Nessa by Leo Doesn't Know, and it's another animated attack. Seriously, you guys, I don't know how y'all do this. She looks so good. We've got another piece of Nessa by Dancing Lifeboat. I really love the rendering and colors on this one, plus the background. This is the second mass attack I was included in, again by Matt Funny. Everyone's OCs look so cool and I'm really grateful to be included. This piece is of Tamari and Lucian by Tape Recorder. They're looking at each other so lovingly and I love the dance pose that they're in. And finally, last but certainly not least, we have a piece of Town Policy by Annie. Oh, she's so cute. I love my horsey. Oh my gosh. Well, that's it for me today. I need to go take a nap for the next 10 billion years. One more huge thank you to everyone that attacked me on Artfight. If you guys saw any pieces that you loved the style of, you can take a look at the full attacks and their socials up on Artfight at the link in the description. Make sure to like and subscribe. I love it when numbers go up and it motivates me to make more videos for everyone. I've been a bit overwhelmed with everything lately, so any words of encouragement are appreciated. Stay safe and I'll see you soon.